Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Chikara's Podcast-A-Go-Go, your weekly dose of Chikara's brand of pro wrestling. I'm Gavin Loudspeaker. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we continue our coverage of the great Chikarsaurus Rex How to Hatch a Dinosaur from June in Philadelphia. It was Chikara's biggest event of all time. And the situation between Chikara and Gekido had come to a foaming head at this event as members of Gekido, before the show even began, had attacked Fire Ant, breaking his ankle. They were expecting a 5-on-4 advantage in their match later that evening. However, what they weren't expecting was the return of Lightning Mike Quackenbush, who was injured at the hands of 17 and was now back to gain revenge. It was 5-on-5, 10-man tag team action coming from Philadelphia. Let's take a look at that match in its entirety.
Well, you know, we mentioned this was a 10-man war, but the Technico side is down one man. As you saw during the pre-show, Fire Ant taken out by the Gekido. We got word that he has a broken leg and is going to be out for at least 3 months.
You gotta be kidding me.
And we've got Fire Ant, Green Ant, or Soldier Ant, Green Ant, Jigsaw, and Kingston. It's 4-on-5 here.
Unfair advantage, but it's already broken down all over the ring area.
Every time these Gekido members show up here in Chikara Ring since they first came on the scene in February, every time they show up, it is always chaos, it is always anarchy. Ooh. They don't play by our rules. All of a sudden, though, they've got Derek Sabato as their liaison, pulling the strings with Wink Vavasaur behind the scenes for them. Oh. And you know, people have told me Derek Sabato's not to be trusted, that he's underhanded, that he's a sneak thief, everything. And you know, it's a shame that I have to believe it, but like I said, he's a man I used to consider a friend.
Well, what is the deal, Chikarsaurus? What is Zapato leading these Gekido members? And what is the deal with the Gekido? I mean, they seem like they're just out here to destroy Chikara, quite frankly.
That's right. Every time they're in a match, their option is not to win. They're not looking to win matches. They're not looking to win titles. They're out here to hurt people like they did the Dragonfly, like they did the Lightning Mike Quackenbush. They're looking to pull the masks off people like they did the Green Ant in Canada. And I said that the members of the Chikara roster, the Technicos, should take it to the Gekido and try to pull their masks off. Who cares? Throw the rules out the window, pull these masks off these guys. There's a couple people that know who these guys are, man. Just, if you listen to commentary, Mike Quackenbush has said he thinks he knows who. Oh, wait a minute!
Speaking of Lightning Mike Quackenbush, wait a minute. What? Out of nowhere.
Is he the 5th man? Is he taking Fire Ant's place?
Well, he's evening the odds right now, that's for sure. Zapato is beside himself.
And you see Quack looking at that hand.
He's injured.
Zapato.
Oh!
That just drilled Zapato with that palm strike. And yeah, Mike Quackenbush is injured. He just had his wrist broken not 2.5 months ago at the hands of 17 when we were in Canada. Mike Quackenbush is not cleared to wrestle.
No.
He should not be in this ring.
Have the doctor cleared him? I don't think so. You know, this could be disastrous for Mike Quackenbush. No way will this absolutely aid him in his road to recovery, wrestling with a broken hand like that.
And again, coming into a match with the members of the Gekido like this, with a target painted on your hand like that, your wrist broken. Once they realize, once they get the advantage, that's going to be their target. But I do like seeing the Technico side here at Chikara, Jigsaw and Kingston, who just came off a war in New York City just a few weeks ago. Green Ant and Soldier Ant, Lightning Mike Quackenbush, the Chikara roster teaming up to give these Gekido members what for. And as I was saying before, Mike Quackenbush came out. Mike has said he thinks he knows who these guys in the Swarm are. Something about the way they wrestled, he thinks he's seen them at the Wrestle Factory before. And there's the official start of the match. What is this? And Jigsaw said he knows who the Shard is. It's somebody he trained with before he came to Chikara. The one man who is the biggest mystery of them all is 17. He is covered head to toe. You cannot see an inch of his skin through what he wrestles in.
He's only 17.
I can't place where he comes from.
Oh, no idea. We finally have 2 legal men in the ring after all this time, Chikarson. Right now,
The Shard comes crashing in. Over the top, crashing down on Soldier Ant.
Look at the physique on this Shard.
He's really put together. And again, the one thing I always say when I'm out here on commentary, I watch a lot of wrestling. 4 of the 5 members of the Gakido have the same tattoo on their arms. And it's the same logo, it's the same kanji symbol that they relate with themselves in Gakido. That means like, I guess like chaos and anarchy. I'm not really sure. I'm not up on my Japanese, but they all have that same tattoo, and I've never seen anyone on any wrestling show with those tattoos.
Well, it sounds like cultural usurpery, quite frankly, but who am I to judge?
As you see assailant and combatant trying to isolate Soldier Ant, and Soldier Ant, out of all the members of the colony, has taken this invasion of the swarm more to heart than anyone else. As combatant just drives Soldier Ant into the canvas, only a 1. And as you see there, as soon as he kicks out, keeping his shoulders off the canvas, reaching out to his partners.
You know, it almost seems like combatant is almost like the evil alter ego of Soldier Ant, would you say?
It certainly seems that way. He does employ a lot of the similar moves that Soldier Ant does. And again, right here, Deviant immediately going to pull the mask.
Whoa.
Off of Soldier Ant, Green Ant in there immediately to break it up, giving combatant the opportunity to pull Soldier Ant back into their corner. And again, assailant back into the corner here. And these 5 guys work together, and it pains me to say it, really well as a team.
Big scoop slam by that nefarious Ant. With leg drop.
And Soldier Ant again trying desperately to go for that tag. And now 17. A man who says that his name derives from 17 forgotten holds that he has mastered. And we've seen how devastating those holds are. I'm sure you've been in touch with Dragonfly since his injury. His road to comeback ruined by that man.
Quite sad about that fact.
Soldier Ant desperately trying to fight away from Deviant here. You know, one time I messed up these guys' names on commentary, and I got an angry email from Sabato saying how much those words stung.
Well, you know, Zapata, he reminds me of a bad used car salesman. That's what he reminds me of. Just, he can't be trusted.
You know, Wing Vavasour makes a lot of poor decisions. Allowing Derek Sabato to be these guys' liaisons, letting Icarus essentially...
Oh, this!
Oh, wait a minute! This is what I've been saying!
Oh, no, once again, it's broken down. This ring is going to collapse.
You know, and I don't envy Bryce Remsburg being the senior official here. When a match like this breaks down, it's tough enough keeping 2 or 4 guys to keep in the order, but it's 10 guys whose goal is not to win, not to go into contention for a title, but it's to hurt each other, to ruin their careers, and to make a point in the world of wrestling. And again, 17 go for the mask.
You know, I have some ideas about who this 17 may be. Can't reveal them at the moment, Chikarson. Could be censored, you know.
You know, you need to set up a 900 number for people to call with your wit and wisdom.
Ah, yes. A great idea. Or even 976. Remember the 976 laugh? Get you a joke a day. Oh, look at that. That ant. So proud of himself.
That ant, did you just call him?
Yeah, that ant.
I hope they don't have your email address. Combatant. Sends Soldier Ant, but they're in control. What are they even doing here? Shard just trips Soldier Ant second time. Oh! But that time it does not pay off. Soldier Ant gets the knees up, ducks the clothesline. He desperately needs to make a tag. Oh, and that's just as good. Dodge the outside. Kingston's in. Whoa! And Kingston taking on all 5 men. This is like a regular Saturday night for Kingston. It just so happens that it's in a wrestling ring. I think he'd be fighting 5 people if he wasn't here in Chikara anyway.
Super kick had no effect. Oh my, right to the back of his head. Tossed him like a sack of razzleberries.
The Shard gets sent out. Now, assailant, the legal man in. Nicely done with that corkscrew elbow. Takes down the grand champion. Green Ant now the legal man in. Huge lariat. Combatant, though, now the legal man has him up. You said it before. He's aped the moves of Soldier Ant, and there's that TKO. Now Deviant, who had his mask torn apart. I say tear it off completely. And now Quackenbush in there with 17, the man who broke his wrist just 2.5 months ago.
Whoa! Oh no!
Mule kick to the chest. These two men, protege and teacher Jigsaw and Quackenbush, pulled to the outside. Folks, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. This action is hot and heavy.
The hottest and heaviest. Look at this.
Sean's got Jigsaw set up for something. It just drove him face first right to the canvas. Taking a little bit too much time to celebrate.
Oh! Danger!
Saluting elbow smash to the grand champion. Assailant picks him up. That's a big boy to be picking up in Kingston. Nicely done with the DVD cover.
Could be it.
And Jigsaw there, thankfully at the last possible second to break up that pin attempt. But he is in there with two members of the swarming combatant and assailant. Assailant runs in. Jigsaw leaps up, double stomp to the back. Goes for the super kick, drills combatant right in the mouth.
Nailed it.
I love it.
Uh-oh.
What's going on over here? Folks, Jigsaw's pointing up to our left here. Somebody get a camera on this.
You gotta be kidding me.
Greenan is in the balcony just to our left here, folks.
Gotta be kidding me. Oh!
And he just dove on all 5 members of the Gakito off the balcony of the Trocadero. Folks, it is crazy here.
Unbelievable. This building is going bonkers. It's a hot night here in Philadelphia, the city of neighborhoods. Look at this.
17 quickly going for that cheap pin. Oh, that's not a forgotten hold. Just a hold you haven't seen on TV very much since about 2006. But he has got it locked in with absolute perfection to 17. And it pains me to say that. I do my best to try to be as impartial as it gets. But when 5 men come into the company, and again, Mantis, you've been here for 10 years, I'm going on 7 years, but when 5 men who dropped out of the wrestling school, backward their way into a contract here, through Sabato, through Wink Vavasaur.
Well, you're speculating now, Chikarson. You're speculating. Well, maybe you know something I don't, perhaps. Look at this! What is this? Oh!
Spikes them both down. Soldier ain't trying to muscle combatant and assailant over, but they're 17. Oh, he's gonna pull the mask off Soldier Ant.
Oh!
Wait a minute!
Oh! What's this? Oh! Desperation move there that brought him over.
They got to be careful here. Soldier, and if that mask came off, that would have been a disqualification. But as we've talked, the members of the Gakito don't care about disqualification. They want to embarrass. They've even said in blogs on our website that they want to replace the colony here in Chikara, replace Jigsaw, replace the top stars. They said they should be at the top of the Technical rosters page, not at the bottom of the Rudo roster page.
Mighty high aspirations. What is this? Being set up in the corner right now.
Oh, could this be the Mega Antipult? The Mega Anthill. My apologies, folks. Antipultus Fire Ant. Get well, buddy.
Oh!
Sailing all the way off the top, comes crashing down on 17. And Soldier Ant getting it locked in here. He's got the Chikara special in the center of the ring.
Nowhere to go.
And 17 taps. It's a huge victory, but Quack doesn't seem to be celebrating. He just It looked like he was trying to break the finger of 17 there. Well, again, I'm glad.
Payback.
Yeah, definitely payback, but look at the look on Quackenbush's face.
And there you saw, ladies and gentlemen, Lightning Mike Quackenbush breaking the fingers of 17 as a measure of revenge for 17 breaking Quack's wrist. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we saw Mike Quackenbush go further than that as this Chikara Gekido issue goes all the way, and Mike Quackenbush has eliminated 17 permanently from the Chikara roster. Now, Mike Quackenbush will be leading a trio team of his own, along with Jigsaw and the great Manami Toyota, going into King of Trios in September. And we have an incredible lineup of trios. Don't forget Warlord, Meng, and the Barbarian. We're going to have the Young Bucks teaming with Mike Bennett as Team ROH, the Throwbacks, Fist teaming with Sugar Dunkerton, and many, many more as we go into the biggest tournament in all of pro wrestling. It's King of Trios, coming to you in Easton, PA. Tickets available at CHIKARAPro.com, and we will see you there. Until next week, I'm Gavin.